And my hotspot isn't working.
You're all set, Chairperson Lopez.
Thank you. Go ahead, Lisa. Or whoever.
Hi, this is Mary Hernandez, your interpreter. I do need to get assigned. Good afternoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Interpreter, from my area, you look like you're assigned. You're considered a co-host, so you should be able to access.
No, I'm not assigned as interpreter. I'm a co-host as a panel, but I would have to be assigned interpreter to be able to go into my room, my interpreting virtual room.
So, interpreter, if we were following what we did last time around, you came in as that, and anytime we had somebody in the public to make public comments is the way that you would just come in and just translate right after that.
Thank you, recording secretary. Okay.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Chairperson, you're all set.
Thank you, recording secretary. So we do have quorum today, so we will get the meeting started. And I guess we'll do a call to order.
Thank you, Chairperson Lopez. Subcommittee Member Mendoza. Subcommittee Member Jonathan Ryan Hernandez.
Here.
Subcommittee Person Jesse Lopez.
Here.
You have a quorum, Chairperson.
Thank you so much. Let's see. I think we can go straight into the consent calendar. So the first item is the minutes of the regular meeting of November 9th, 2021.
My apologies, Chairperson Lopez. Before that, we do have Pledge of Allegiance and then public comments right after that.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. Okay, I can lead us in the pledge. So if everybody can stand up and put their right hand over their heart. Let's begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Everyone, you may be seated if you're standing. We will open up the public comment section of the meeting.
Chairperson Lopez, at this time, we have no public comments.
No public comments. Thank you for that, recording secretary. We can move on to the first agenda item, which is the minutes of the regular meeting under the consent calendar. If there's a motion on the floor, I'm more than happy to second that.
I'm happy to second.
Councilmember Hernandez, if you want to make the motion, I can second that as well.
I'd like to move forward and make a motion to pass.
Thank you. I'll second that. Recording secretary, do you need, actually, recording secretary, can we just do the entire consent instead of one item under the, instead of how I'm doing it, taking it one at a time?
Yes, Chairperson, you can definitely do that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. So we'll do that. We'll take item 1 and item 2 under the consent calendar.
Yes.
And so I'll make the motion to move both items to approve.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Councilmember Mendoza just joined us.
Yes.
House can mute here, I'll mute.
Sounds like a good time.
I just need it. All right, so we have a motion that was seconded. Recording secretary, do you want to take roll?
Thank you, Chairperson. Subcommittee Member Mendoza,
Present.
Subcommittee Member Hernandez,
Yes.
Subcommittee Member Lopez.
Yes.
So moved.
Thank you. That is the end of the consent calendar. We will be moving on to the business calendar. Item 3 is proposed joint use agreement between the Sanana Unified School District and the City of Sanana, specific to Fremont Elementary and El Salvador Park. The recommended action here is to discuss entering into a joint use agreement between the Santa Ana Unified School District and City of Sanana, specific to Fremont Elementary and El Salvador Park. So I will open that item up to discussion with staff and the school ad hoc members.
Okay, hey, I just wanted to provide you an update. I had a discussion with the principal of Fremont School, and prior, when you all were an ad hoc committee, we discussed some of our joint use agreements. There are many joint use agreements, and Fremont School was one of those. And so the principal reached out and wanted to have another joint use agreement, and it's just at the staff level. We were talking for Fremont School students to use El Salvador Park for recess, any kind of emergency evacuation drills, some other school activities during school hours, or might be a special event day or something, and then also use of our parking lot at El Salvador Park. Their teachers use that. They have been using it for years. So that would be the ask for the school district. And then in exchange, we talked about, I think Councilmember Hernandez, you had discussed using the rooftop of the elementary school, the hard courts after school. And so they are amenable to that. However, it would only be able to be on weekends because they do programming until 6 o'clock every night during school.
That's exciting.
School hours. And so something like maybe programs, organized programs, because unfortunately there's no restrooms up there. And so the school would need to be open, but the principal was very, very amenable to even being there on the weekends because he really wants to get things going and have like a Saturday, maybe some type of pilot program between the school district and the city that we could offer something to students, on the weekends. And so, we would be asking to utilize their rooftop for programming, and then their school, for maybe some joint use or some pilot programs or what have you, just to make sure that we are offering programs to the community. The thing with using the park for recess, the only issue they have is that the park is not fenced. And so that becomes an issue for them because it's hard to, how do you keep the public away from the students? And so that might not be an option for them, but I said that the other options we could certainly discuss and help them out, in any way. And it just is he's a great principal and very excited, enthusiastic, and wants to just do good for the community and the kids. So he's willing to do anything that we want to do together and serve our community. So I wanted to bring it to this committee, and what we could do if you guys want to move forward with this is that you could propose this to we could propose it to Santa Ana Unified, and that could be via staff level. So maybe the city manager and the superintendent can speak and see if they want to move forward. We can work on a joint use agreement together, and then eventually it will be brought to the city council and the Board of Education for Santa Ana Unified to approve. So there would be no fees exchanged. We would just use each other's facilities with a no fee, and determine who's going to maintain what facilities and so on and so forth. I do have a map. Can I share the screen, Bill, if you can help me out here?
Yes, Executive Director, you do have sharing capability.
Okay, great. So this is the school. You've seen this before. The yellow outlined area is the city property, El Salvador Park. Here's the parking lot that the teachers utilize every day during school hours. Here's the rooftop with the hard courts up top. And so it's hard for them because they don't have any outdoor space. They just have the space up top here. So we'd be willing to, at the staff level, to work with them. And so I just would like to open it up to the subcommittee for your thoughts and suggestions. Thank you. That's the end of my presentation.
Thank you, Director Rudloff. Councilmember Hernandez or Councilmember Mendoza, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I, for one, just want to thank Director Rudloff for communicating this to us. I'm happy to see that that there is an opportunity for us to use the hardtop. I think that is going to be really helpful, especially on the weekends. I remember when I was a kid, we spent tons of hours there, my brother and I. So I know that that's going to be a location that families can utilize. Outside of that, that was the only comments. I'm okay with us working with them to utilize that during the weekends. And outside of that, everything else that you reported on sounded good across the board. So that concludes my comments. Councilmember Lopez.
Thank you, Councilmember Hernandez. Councilmember Mendoza? Okay, well, Director Rudloff, thank you for that. I do, support using the rooftop for organized programming on the weekends, especially, if the principal is very supportive of that. I think that'll be good. So thank you, Councilmember Hernandez, for bringing that forth. And I also support Fremont Elementary School facilities for joint programming on weekends and for special events. And I do want to see if we can work with them, however, so that the kids have access to the park for recess, because the map shows clearly that their school site is very small and doesn't have any type of, large asset where the kids can play. And so if we can figure that out with them, of course, the board will have to take liability or whatnot on their end to make that happen. But I would like to see that. And, I'm very supportive of them using the park for emergency evacuation drills. And I'm still supportive of the teachers using the parking lot so that they have access to parking during the school hours.
Okay, that's great. I will, in regards to the recess, the principal was thinking that perhaps they could have, additional staffing when it's recess time to, at different points instead of a fence. They might be able to have additional staffing, but he would have to check that out. And I'll just let them know that we're amenable to everything, and we'll just kind of move it through the process. And then I'll continue to report back to this subcommittee and let you know what the progress is and keep you informed.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. So let's see, let me go to the top of the agenda here. So do you, recording secretary, can you let me know if you need a motion for the item 3 under the business calendar, which is the one we just discussed?
Thank you, Chairperson. We can definitely do a roll call if you wish. The recommended action is to move forward with that, so we can definitely do a.
Yeah, and I think I have direction from at least 2 of the subcommittee members. It wasn't a motion, so it was just kind of discussion and direction. So I have enough direction. I'll move forward. Eventually, it's going to be coming to, like I say, the council and the board for official action. So I think we're okay, Bill.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lisa, for giving us both clarity. Okay, we can move on to item number 4. And the item is, let's see here. It's essentially for us to just have a discussion about how the neighborhood association meetings can have their meetings on the school sites. And I believe that was something brought forth by Councilmember Mendoza. So Councilmember Mendoza, if you'd like to lead us with this item, you're more than welcome to.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to bring this issue before you. And so I'm asking to see if there is any way that we can continue to allow the neighborhood associations to use these facilities, because it is a public service. And so it's just not within my purview, or I don't think that we want to profit from organizations who are benefiting our community. So that's why I'd like to see if we can just continue to allow that without any fee.
Thank you, Councilmember Mendoza. And Lisa, I think we're all, not to speak for Councilmember Hernandez, but I think it's safe to say that we're all supportive of this item. But realistically, what is it that we can do on our end? Because I'm under the impression that this is something the school board members and their, leadership would have to figure out ultimately.
Yes, absolutely. You're correct. If any kind of fee waivers, at the city level is the city council's authority, at the school district is the board of trustees. So we can, what I will do is bring this up to the city manager. She can potentially, discuss this with the superintendent of school. I believe they meet monthly, and find out the best way to approach this, and then just report back to you in what I learn. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't know if Councilmember Hernandez or Mendoza would
Okay.
want to see something different. So if you do, it'd be great if we can hear from you.
No, that's fine with me. That would be great, and just keep us updated on that.
That's also fine with me.
Okay, and I will connect with you, Chairperson Lopez, to make sure once I receive information, we'll put it on the agenda, and I'll keep you apprised as chairperson, and make sure we get this. We have our next meetings in January, but if there's something that can be done prior to that, I'll contact you, and then we can talk about it and how to move forward.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay.
So that brings us to the end of the business calendar. And do the subcommittee members have any comments?
At this moment, Councilwoman Lopez, I don't have any additional comments.
Thank you, Councilmember Hernandez. Councilmember
Absolutely.
Mendoza?
No, this was just the most pressing issues for me. So I'm okay. I just want to wish everyone a happy holidays. Be safe. Merry Christmas. And let's keep working towards our community like we have been in collaboration with our school district.
Thank you, Councilmember Mendoza. So without any closing comments, I think on my end, I don't have anything, but I would like to wish everyone happy holidays, and thank you, staff, for being here with us today. I think we can, move to adjourn the meeting. The next regular meeting of the school collaboration city council subcommittee is January 11th, 2022 at 12 p.m.
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Thank you all.